We are in the middle of the 9-day period. This is the mourning period for Jewish people, where we remember and we mourn the destruction of the temple. It's been almost 2,000 years that we're in exile, and we are anticipating and yearning and doing all we can to end this exile, and we should see the ultimate redemption with the third temple. Today I want to share a piece of a Talmud where it discusses the reason, the cause to the current exile. Why was the second temple destroyed? We'll learn that, and then I want to share some surprising information that we heard 34 years ago from the Chabad, the Lubavitcher Rebbe. So let's take a look at the Talmud. This is in Tractate Yuma, page 9, side B. And here the rabbis are discussing the causes to the destruction of the first temple, and now the discussion is about the second temple. And we're just going to go to the middle where it says, why was the second temple destroyed? And the Talmud, the sages conclude, it was destroyed due to the fact that there was wanted or unwarranted or baseless, unconditional hatred during that period. So the rabbis in the Talmud have told us very clearly that the primary reason for the destruction of the second temple, which is the cause of this exile, is because there was unwarranted hatred for one Jew to another, baseless hatred. And for over all the years, the Lubavitcher Rebbe has many times quoted this piece of the Talmud and saying the reason to exile is, like the Talmud tells us, is because there was unwarranted or baseless hatred. So to rectify the cause of exile would bring us redemption. So if the cause was a lack of loving a fellow Jew, so to rectify that would do the complete opposite. To have baseless love, unconditional love, one Jew to another. There is a mitzvah in the Torah. It is the mitzvah of v'ahavta l'recha kamocha. One is to love, and one Jew loves another. It's a commandment from God. And if you learn the deeper dimension, the Hasidic teachings explaining this mitzvah, you have a whole other appreciation on loving another Jew, how it's practically possible to love another person like you love yourself. And in short, the idea is we focus on not the externals, not the surface level, what the person looks like, or even the actions that he may have performed that may have been wrong. But we focus on something deeper that's within the Jew, and that is the Jewish soul. At the core of the Jewish soul, the core of the Jew, we're really one. Every Jew has a special, unique soul, a part of God within, and at the deepest level, every Jew is one at that level. That is the primary way to really have a love for another Jew. So that's just the general idea of the mitzvah of Avat Yisrael, how to love one Jew. It's really focusing on that which is within him, the Jewish soul. But the Rebbe has quoted this piece of Talmud over the years and said, we got to get rid of this exile, and we can do it by having baseless love for one another, unconditional love. But then in 1991, the Rebbe said something very surprising. And this was during a talk on Shabbat. And the Rebbe is discussing the quality of Aaron, Moses' brother, who actually passed away on the first day of the month of Av, which was this past Shabbat. And in the Torah, it actually has the exact date of his passing, which is unique to him. And the quality of Aaron was he pursued love. He was a big lover of the Jewish people. He fixed marriages. He fixed arguments. So he kept families together and friends together. That was his special quality. And the Rebbe said that let's take a look at how one should love a Jew now. We've accomplished so much over the thousands of years of exile. We've did so many mitzvot all around the world. We learned so much Torah all around the world, so much performance of good deeds. We're basically on the threshold of redemption. The Rebbe said we're at the threshold of redemption. And if we're so near to the redemption, for sure the Rebbe tells us that the reason of exile has already been rectified. And therefore, the emphasis now of loving a Jew, it's not only because this rectifies the cause of exile, because that we finished. Rather, the focus on loving a Jew now is to have a foretaste and to begin to live Messianic. Because when Moshiach comes, that core of the Jew that she spoke before, the neshama, the deepest level of the Jewish soul, is called Yechida, which is actually a spark of the soul of Mashiach, which we're all connected to. And that for another class. But every Jew has at the core a Yechida, and that is what unites every Jew as one. We're literally all the same at that deepest level. We may not see it and feel it now. It's underneath the surface, but when Mashiach comes, the redemption is here. That will be so surfaced and so obvious that loving a Jew would be literally, you'll feel like you're loving yourself. So that's the reason why we should love a Jew now, is not to fix the cause of exile, because that's been finished. Rather, it's now to begin to live in a redemptive state of mind, to feel and think as if Moshiach is already here and start living accordingly. You'll see how you have to love another Jew when Moshiach comes, just like you love yourself. Begin to start living like that now, focusing on the Jew, the soul that's in the Jew, embedded in him, is the same at your core. You're really all the same. We're all the one. We're all really one. And that is the focus we have to have at another Jew. Focus on his deep core, which shares the same core as yourself. May we see the third temple immediately, when all these days are going to be transformed into the biggest holidays and celebration days. May that be right now. We'll see you hopefully soon in Jerusalem.